Hi friends, this is Susie, your Candy Crush guru, here to help you solve the puzzle of level 853, where we have 40 moves to clear out 4 ingredients and reach 50,000 points. It's a very complex board, which to me looks like a little Space Invaders character. So let's talk about what we need to do. The first 2 ingredients I'll discuss are pretty easy. We need to break through the licorice cage and then through this frosting, and they'll be deposited immediately. Not a problem, because the UFOs, the 3 wrapped candies that they produce, will be attracted immediately to frosting. So these 2 are self-working. We don't need to worry about it. Let's talk about these 2. Now normally we would expect, once we unwrap them from the licorice cage, that they'll kind of slide out this way. No, there's an invisible portal system here. They'll drop straight down, and then they'll land on this shelf. So then I was thinking, well, if this is an invisible portal, this should be as well. No, instead of dropping down here, if we clear this out, we instead have to move them over to one of these 3 columns so they can ride the conveyor belt and be deposited. Pretty tricky, so let's get started. If I could make a vertically striped candy here, I would. But if I do this, pulling this horizontally is going to make a horizontally striped candy. So instead I'll make a wrapped candy. I may be able to pair that up with something to help me. And then of course we have this licorice to contend with. That's not a big deal. I think actually I'll go ahead and use this because I don't have a better move. We'll see how these first ingredients just kind of disappear. Not a problem. Okay, so now continuing to work on this, let's clear out as much of this licorice as I can. I've got such a concentration of purple here. One of the benefits and problems of this board is that there are few colors, so it's relatively easy to make some specials. The bad news is that then it's also easy to have them detonate when we don't intend them to. But let's see. I need this with a striped candy, not with a wrapped candy, because the wrapped candy is not likely to strike up here unless the colors I need are right there. So I'm looking to make a striped candy combo. We have a lot of specials on the board. Let's see. Oh, and here we go, a little detonation celebration. Frustrating because this is not going the way I want, but we've got 28 more moves to play around with this. Here we go. All right, so now we should get these open. I should be able to, oh, there was a licorice in the way. I should have been paying attention. When the licorice twirl is in the way, it can't go through the licorice twirl. But I'm still opening these up pretty effectively now anyway. I'm not too worried. Okay, so this will still give us a little bit of time now to play around with getting these moved over. You see it's sitting on the shelf. This one's very close to it. It may end up falling. So what I need to do now is stack 2 of the same color candy just above. So I've got 1 blue, that doesn't work, and 1 purple, that doesn't work. It's actually easier if this is on the shelf because then I can use the conveyor belt. Let's slide things down a bit. Didn't want to have to get rid of that orange, but I don't really see any other options. This one. And then with the conveyor belt, we'll get a second wind here. If we could get rid of these two green, we would have our stacks. We just may be able to do that here. So now these are stacked, so this is how I slide this. And this one's the one I want to handle first because it needs more time to travel that conveyor belt, so that worked. Now we've got these two stacked. So this is how I go about beating this level. A little bit clunky, it's early in the morning for me. I didn't do that very effectively. But that's the mechanism you need to employ in order to get this solved. Don't forget, you can booster at baby, you can use your switch hands, and you can switch an ingredient with a candy and slide things over so that it works effectively for you. If you want to see more videos, you can subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.